Hi guys, this is Fast speaking about Scrapper PTR changes on October 13. I'll talk about what changes we have got in PTR and how it affect on the class. New identity Fighting Spirit Exhalation. Now we have an extra identity meter on center, Fighting Spirit Energy. You can fill new meter with hit enemy. Meter gain is fixed, but you can get bit more Fighting Spirit Energy from tripod that makes different skill animation or generate more meter. When you have full Fighting Spirit energy, you can activate Fighting Spirit Exhalation with pressing Z. Exhalation has Shockwave attack. The stance lasts 10 seconds. The Shockwave doesn't do much damage, but resetting your spacebar and gives 10 seconds synergy that does not overlap with your original synergy skill. In stance, your both stamina and shock energy will fully fills up, and your skill do not consume any meter. Also have 20% more stagger in stance, and your spacebar cooldown is reduced by half. So while in Fighting Spirit Acceleration stance, Shock have 20% attack speed and reduced duration, Tai have Paralysis immune. However, it's not a straight nerf cause we got a lot damage buff on stamina skills. Shock skill damage coefficient is 0.36 now, so 10% nerf on shock skills. Chain of Resonance and Earthquake Chain got removed from the class. Instead, Baccarat Scan and Wind got Fist added to the class. No big changes on awakening skills. By this change, damage gap between two awakening has become larger. Also, now Blast of Ruination don't have damage penalty with distance. Quick Prepare Tripod replaced by Stamina Explosion Tripod. It means cooldown got longer and damage also got higher. Then the skill's DPS is more realistic in rate now. Also got same cooldown with Battering Fist. It's 15.7% damage buff overall. Skill itself, it's same, however, this change will cause a lot of changes and problem. In Taijutsu build, it was extra spammable stamina meter generate skill, especially high swiftness build. Now it becomes stamina skill, so stamina and shock meter generation is unbalanced, so it need to replace one stamina skill to shock skill for meter gain balance. It's better replace synergy skill than dropping stamina DPS skill. Now using judgment as synergy skill is indispensable. As you know, judgment skill animation is kinda unloved. And with the Iron Cannon Blow and Judgment cooldown changes, now Taijutsu has slightly longer downtime. Extra DPS is depends on how often you succeed round up save reset. In Shock build, it was extra spammable damage skill since Shock Scrapper has longer skill cooldown than Taijutsu. Now it becomes stamina skill, so we lost one of our DPS skill. So we will replace one or more stamina skill to Shock DPS skill. And more shock skill you equip on skill slot, more you struggle with round up save reset. If you fail round up save reset when you need to generate shock energy, DPS leaking start. And overall fighting spirit energy generation is lack, round up save dependency goes up too. It's a huge buff cause battering fist damage is split it into jab and hook. First line tripod was only boost hook which is final attack, and second, third tripod were only boost jab attacks. Now we can use new tripod on first line so that all three tripod multiply each others. It's 34.8% damage buff overall. Normally it's 10 hit skill, with Virulent Advance it's 18 hit skill. So quite good fighting spirit energy gain skill now. Already have big enough judgment range with Dragon Advance, range buff is not a big thing. Damage buff is not huge cause also cooldown got nerfed, but as a standard skill you can use skill less often now. It's 9.3% damage nerf overall. Well, I was hope Smilegate will replace single target tripod that gives 60% outgoing damage, but they just add one weaker tripod right next to the single target. So now we just have extra option for Death Rattle that does 6.3% less damage unconditionally. For using critical blow as a DPS skill, Was using Mastery Tripod for omitting charge that brings Z DPS. Now it can use with charge. We got new damage tripod and lower charge duration. But judgment range is still too short. It's 16.8% damage buff overall. In damage wise, nothing changed. New tripod is for Chaos Dungeon. In damage wise, nothing changed. Skill animation got much faster. I cannot tell about damage, it's pretty same with best tripod setup. Skill changed a lot. It was useless skill before, but now it's not only usable, it's quite strong. Both build got roughly 10% buff. Taijutsu damage is more concentrated on main DPS skills now. Good changes for burst, playstyle is still the same. Shock training is struggling with new playstyle. If everything goes fine, you will get about 10% higher DPS, but round-up sip reset dependency is too much. You can adjust your build to make less dependency on round-up sip reset, then you lose some damage from there. It's about choosing between high damage ceiling or stable cycle. In a good way, Shock got much stronger burst damage now, cause now it's using more Shock skills that even got buffed. In my opinion, playstyle is most important thing. Damage and DPS is not matter, Small Gate can fix it easily by changing number. They tried to make skill cycle new identity within, but cause of few problem, it's not working well. So I don't like the new Shock playstyle at all. Thanks for watching, see you next time.